I thought foot fetishes were a joke. And then YouTube recommended me a video where it was a 3-minute and 41-second compilation of anime girls' feet, taking off and putting on shoes. There are moments in a man's life when he realizes the algorithm knows too much. The algorithm knows him more intimately than he does himself. At first, I truly did think the foot thing was internet irony at its finest. I was like, this is funny. Feet. Anyways. But then the jokes kept coming, the comments kept appearing, the thumbnails got more and more suspicious, the camera angles got more deliberate, and suddenly I realized it was never a joke, it was a census. And the worst part is, I've fallen into the rabbit hole myself. Okay, before anyone panics, before anyone condemns me or crucifies me, this isn't a moral panic video. This is not Western civilization has fallen because someone saw toes. People are into weird things. Humans are weird. The internet is weird. It is a cesspool. You and I are part of this cesspool whether we like it or not. And as long as, it's all consenting adults and nobody's being harmed and there's no weird foot creepiness happening in public, personally, I do not care what you do behind closed doors. Maybe a little bit, actually. But anyways, what I do care about is how something that used to feel like a niche, private, little weirdness became mainstream internet culture, or a punchline, I guess. Punchline might be the correct word, but now I feel like it's a culture, because feet are everywhere now. Well, they're not literally and not literally. I don't fucking know. Well, they are. The feet are everywhere now. I know, it's a incredible observation from your homegrown Australian philosopher, Anatinus. But culturally, feet became content. It became bait, a meme, even a side hustle. There are people out here selling photos of their dogs for rent money, and they're making a killing off of it. Feet became the one fetish everyone pretends to mock, while secretly knowing exactly why the camera lingered for 3 extra seconds on exposed toes. The scariest sentence in the English is not "we need to talk." No, it is something more utterly terrifying, something that harbors more primal fear. It is recommended for you. Because something like a YouTube recommendation is not purely random, it is a mirror. A terrible, algorithm-driven, data-harvested mirror. That mirror is an abyss, and sometimes terrifying things happen when you look at the abyss and the abyss stares back. When the abyss recommends you a video about feet, you have to live with that now. Not because you clicked on it, not because you wanted it, but because the algorithm has built a psychological profile of you from everything you've watched, everything you've consumed, and decided to give you feet. And that is how the foot fetish epidemic spreads. Has spread. Is spreading, will spread? It's an epidemic, but it's spreaded not through dark alleyways, suspicious individuals peddling shady USB drives from a trench coat. It's through suggested videos, and not just on YouTube, but on other platforms like sharing concerning reels with your mates, or TikTok's own little algorithm. And this epidemic is not about everyone suddenly becoming a foot guy overnight. It's about 3 things colliding all at once into the perfect storm. 1, the meme. Feet became an easy joke. The internet loves low-risk degeneracy. It is weird enough to be funny, but common enough that everyone understands the bit. 2, the algorithm. Weird content gets engagement. Engagement gets recommendations. Recommendations normalize the weird content, and normalization makes people joke about it more. The joke becomes a culture, and it becomes an Ouroboros. But instead of Ouroboros eating its own tail, it might be sucking its own toes. 3, the actual psychology. Foot fetishes are not as rare as people think. There are plausible neurological, cultural, and aesthetic explanations behind this, as much as it terrifies me to say that out loud. So when the internet kept poking the foot button, it discovered that the button was actually wired to a lot of people already. Some of them closeted, some of them not so much, unfortunately. I'm sure this question has been burning in the back of your mind ever since you clicked on this video. The real question is, why did the internet make feet impossible to ignore? The toe to algorithm pipeline is a curious one. See, historically, feet weren't exactly designed to be, lust-inducing. They're load-bearing extremities designed to, walk, run, jump, climb, squat, and yet somehow they became a fetish object, a status symbol, meme bait, something we rate celebrities on. Yes, that is a thing. I am not joking. IMDb has a page listed as top 23 women with the sexiest feet. This is not a joke. I don't even know what to do with this information. But this isn't random. It's culture doing what culture does best. Taking a normal body part, hiding it, stylizing it, monetizing it, joking about it, and then pretending to be shocked when it becomes weird. But we can dive into the actual science for a second. One of the classic theories is the brain map theory. In your brain, there's something called a somatosensory cortex. Basically, it helps process touch and sensation from different parts of your body. Scientists often visualize this as the homunculus. It's a cursed little body map where your hands and lips are massive because they're highly sensitive. The interesting part, in this sensory map, the area for the feet is close to the area associated with genitals. Some research has suggested that this closeness could help explain why feet has become something eroticized for many people. And is that the whole explanation? Absolutely not. Brains are complex. They're not that simple. It's not just a seating chart where you can look at a diagram and go, ah, yes, problem solved. Now we know why everybody loves feet. It's one plausible piece of this very complex, toe-obsessed puzzle. So, yes, fundamentally, there is brain stuff, there's taboo stuff, there's culture stuff, and that's why it's become so prevalent. The reason foot fetishes became such a big meme is that they're weird, but not too weird, like armpits. More on that later, in a later vid. I'll leave a like and comment if you want me to do a vid on armpits. But basically, they're the gateway drug of internet degeneracy discourse. Feet, I mean. If someone says, I like feet, the room reacts, not with abject horror, but more like, just disappointment. Like a subtle, of course you do. It's mockable, but it's survivable. It's cursed, but familiar. It's weird, but just mainstream enough that celebrities, movie, animes, games, and memes have all touched it. It's socially punishable, but not socially fatal. It'll put you in the social pillory, but not in the gallows. Something like that is a perfect zone for internet humor. If something's too normal, it's boring. If something's too extreme, people get comfortable and it only taps into a niche audience. Feet sit in that golden ratio where it's normal, but not that normal, and weird, but not too extreme. And it's why foot jokes spread so well, because everyone can participate. People who aren't into it can mock it, and people who are into it can hide behind irony, or not, if they've got that dog in them. So is there an unironic foot fetish epidemic? Kind of. But not because everyone suddenly woke up corrupted by the toes or feet. It's because it was always more common than people wanted to admit. The internet just made them more visible. The memes made them more funny. The algorithms made them profitable. And the irony made it socially survivable. That's the real horror. Not that people like feet. Humans are into weird things. The horror is that the algorithm can detect a joke becoming sincere long before you can. See, it all started as irony, then it morphed into engagement, then it became culture. And somewhere out there, the line blurred between irony and, well, being for real about it. And I mean, at the end of the day, you do you. We're not here to judge. We listen, and we don't judge.